membership meeting for October. I am your Commodore, Laura Ellsworth. Thank you. Staff Commodore Walt Simmons, can you please lead us in the pledge?
Please join me in pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Walt. I'd like to introduce your flag officers for 2023. The officer overseeing and responsible for everything inside the clubhouse is Vice Commodore Sally Cohen. The officer overseeing everything outside the clubhouse is our Rear Commodore Mardell Garner. I'm pleased to recognize our Commodores of the past. They are our staff Commodores. 1991, Dwight and Donna Reed. 2016, Walt and Patsy, but Walt's only here. 2019 is John Caldwell. He's also the 2023 FCA Commodore. 2020, Laura Ellsworth. We have a lot of volunteers with this club. Did I miss anyone? I didn't miss anyone. Okay. We have a lot of volunteers in this club, so I'm going to announce your name. As I announce, please stand up, and we're going to have a huge hurrah at the end, okay? Secretary, Chrissy Neal. Treasurer, Walt Simmons. Board of Directors, Lori Merrill. Board of Directors, Peter Neal. I also saw Q walk in, not to call him out because he's late, but I saw him. Assistant Race Chair Terry Hanna, IT Please Peter Neal, Cruise Chairpersons Mardell Garner, Seabell Cindy Jensen, Battle Line Editor Maria Davia, hold on, Social Chair Lori Merrill, Ship Store Barbara Hunt and Donna Reed, and Club of the Year Chrissy Radaboy. Everyone, thank you! A very, very quick, how you doing? To our birthday girl Kim Bergeron, Service Administrator, SCYA.
Sorry.
Can I call you up to introduce we're gonna start off with you, okay? Sorry, I should have warned you, I'm sorry I didn't. Barbara Hunt's gonna come up and talk. Introduce our people that are up for nomination on our board of directors. And right here.
Where's our board?
I have no idea.
What happened to our board? I'm bored.
John Caldwell's board.
I'm bored.
He's board, yeah, of course he is.
Okay, so last month we had quite a few people that were running for board of directors and also flag come up to give a little speech. There were a few people that were out of town and weren't able to be with us, so they're here tonight. The first person I want to bring up is Alita Peacock.
I'm a retired attorney from Texas. I've been living here 3 years, and I joined the club last spring, and I love it. It's a real honor to introduce myself to you as a candidate for your board of directors. I know many of you already, but as a member, I've served on your bylaws committee this year, and thank you to the Vice Commodore and the members of that committee. It was a real pleasure serving with everyone, and I look forward to tackling our policies and procedures next to complete that task. I've also also served on the racing committee this year, and I look forward to continuing to serve, as those races were so much fun. I had so much fun on that. And thank you to all of the committee boat owners who welcomed me on their boats, and to all the other members that I served with, Kelly and a whole bunch of people. It was great fun. I've attended numerous of the Seabell lunches. It's very enjoyable. I would highly encourage it to all the ladies, and I'm going to be organizing it for Laura in October 11th. So just give me a call. It's going to be hot light. Give me a call and let me know what you'd like to bring. I've enjoyed a lot of your other fabulous events, but I especially like the murder mystery dinner. And I hope that would be repeated. Who knew that our very own Commodore was actually a murderess?
I didn't know.
None of us did. And I want to thank the Commodore and the Vice Commodore for all their amazing contributions to the club. It's just been wonderful, made it so much fun, and all you guys do. I want to thank also Rwanda Tucker for bringing me to this club as a membership chair. She does a fabulous job as well. And everyone else here that I've met, it's really been an honor. I really enjoyed it so much. And I know that you have a few spots on your board of directors open, and you have a lot of really, really good candidates. I especially personally want to recommend Troy Pumpkin. I've got to know him, he and Diana, and they are just fabulous people, and I hope you vote for him because he deserves it. He's great. And I would be honored if you would consider me as well. So that's all I have to do. And I'm sorry, it's my birthday today, so I'm going to skip out early. I hope you don't
Okay, and we have one other person on our list. Mardell is going to come up and tell us how she's going to be the most fantastic Vice Commodore ever.
She is.
I am Ardell Gardner, and I'll say I'm on the ballot for your Vice Commodore. I'm retired, I live locally, I have a long career in corporate finance and budgeting. My contributions, since I've been a member, been a board member, I'm the current rear Commodore, and I've been 2 years as the cruise chair. My happy place in this club has been supporting and participating in on-the-water activities. Some examples are the finish line. I've had people tell me the finish line has turned into the party line. When I started, it was hard to get volunteers, and now we welcome all the new members and existing members. They get exposed to the racers, the sailing racers, and it's a really good time when we have lots of volunteers on the finish line. The committee boats have been helping get new committee boats. We've had numerous new committee boats this year, and they've also helped the existing members who have committee boats. So mentoring's been a really good thing in both the finish line and the committee boats. The chair cruise, that's kind of like a feather in my cap. New members are participating, along with the existing members, boaters and non-boaters. The last 2 years, we've had lots of new cruise hosts, new members. When I first started doing this, I was also told new members can't host cruises, and they've done a fantastic job along with the existing members who mentored them and helped them along the way. So thank you all the cruise people. I'm sorry to leave that behind, but Lori will handle it just fine. The success is not by accident. It's all about the membership, getting involved and finding their happy place. So as Vice Commodore, oh my goodness, it's a challenging position. I've watched Sally handle many unexpected issues this year, and she's done it positively. It really is an elephant of a position. If you know me, I would like to stay rear Commodore, but I will be moving up. What can I bring to this position? The same resources I did for on the water activities. I recruited you members to help. Volunteers are what keeps the spirit of this club moving forward. I will seek out and utilize the talents of our club membership and rely heavily on the mentoring of those that already gave so much to the activities. I encourage every member to get involved and find your happy place in this club. Many hands make light work. And how do I handle this elephant of a job? It's going to be one bite at a time with your support and your mentoring. That's the only way I'll be successful. So therefore, I will keep my name on the ballot for Vice Commodore. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernal. Excellent, Barbara, thank you very much. And we move on. Just a couple of things, I just got a couple of things for me. As part of the new focus we have on members, we're going to host a new member orientation on October 8th before Grill Your Own in the Cantina. And we do that for about an hour. It's an opportunity so that we can just get very personal and answer any questions you have, give you an education that you don't want to look through the bylaws and look through all of the rules and regs. So let's just, get real personal and do that. That's on October 8th. We had one before and it was really successful. The Seabells, as Alita mentioned, we're gonna have a potluck at my house on October 11th. I just live right over here in Seal Beach. Please reach out to Alita to coordinate what kind of, what pot you're gonna bring. So, leave that. Sailing with the Blind, we need boats on October 15th. If you have a boat and you can participate, we've done this for 5 years or 6 years. And it's something that we do in conjunction with the Seal Beach Lions Club, and it is very, very rewarding. You come up, we have a breakfast in here. We have about 50 sight impaired people and blind people, and we feed them breakfast. We send them out, we feed them breakfast, then they get hooked up with their captains. They head out on the boats, and some of them even drive the boats. But it's really rewarding. Then they come back here for a burger bash. And everyone at this point wants to sit with the people that were on their boat. They're all very gelled and they ask for the same captains over and over again. So if you have a boat, please reach out to me or Mary Holland. And we are at time we need to do this. This is October 15th. Also to our staff Commodores, SCYA Old Timers Luncheon is on October 14th. So we want to obviously support that, and there's a trophy that Kim is telling me we gotta clean and get back to her. Yes. So, so please sign up for that, and we'll listen to John Caldwell's speech at that point. I'm sure you have something interesting to say. Okay? Also on October 22nd, we have our doggy parade. This year we're gonna have it not out there, but we're gonna have it next to the cantina. So if you have a doggy that you wanna come and have socialized with your fellow members, please bring down. We have a burger bash, so we sell burgers to pay for the red carpet and, just like the general things that we have going on. But it's a nice opportunity for everyone to bring their dogs out and get them socialized. Okay, next, due to the end of my term coming very quickly, and the fact that I hate talking on this microphone, Rwanda, our membership chair, decided I needed more time on the microphone. So I'd like to now introduce our new members. So, can Andrew and Alicia, did I say that right? Can you come on up and introduce yourselves? And they are part of our new mentoring and our onboarding process. Terry and Nancy Hanna are helping them to adjust to their life post yacht club. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hello everyone, this is my wife Alicia and our kids Esty and Elio. And we've been in this area for a really long time, but never been around here. So we have a fishing boat that's a Rima from the 80s that my dad used to take me down this channel, go out fishing. And we still have that boat, and I take the kids out fishing. And one day we just decided to mosey on over here. And met Terry, and Terry was so kind to take me on his boat racing every Tuesdays. So that's what I've been up to. And yeah, we're just, you know, we're here to try to contribute what we can and learn all the time and be part of the club. So thank you.
Next, Jill Gorski. People might remember Jill. I'm helping her with onboarding, and Jill is my friend, and she was here a while ago, and now she's back again. So Jill, come on up. Just tell us something about yourself.
Thanks for sponsoring me doing work. I was a member in 2009 and for a few years, and then
Hold the microphone up close to you.
I was a member in 2009, and then I left after a few years. Things changed, my life changed. But anyway, I'm back. I'm looking forward to being active in the Seabells again, and any other committees and things that I can do. Thank you. I love it.
All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Jill. And then next, we're gonna have Karen and Charlie Eggy. Their onboarding partner is Ray. I'm gonna give you the microphone, please.
Thank you. I'm Karen, Charlie. We're past members, so I see a few faces that I remember. But we have our boat down on Dock 9. So we're close. We live in Seal Beach. Been in Seal Beach for 36 years or so. Anyway, so we're glad to be back as members and to enjoy the season, I guess. So anyway, we have a power boat, and let's see, what else do I need to say? Thank you.
Okay, come on over here. And then Justin and Raquel, who is being onboarded by Donna Reed. Can you come up and join us with the kids? And then tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here. It's an honor and a privilege. I'm Justin, this is Raquel, and Jalen, and Ari. We have a sailboat, the Catalina 34. We're on the 1.5-year waiting list for Alamitos Bay. So in the meantime, we'll be in a private slip, paying resort fees, basically, just to be in the area. So we're just happy to be here, and thank you very much. We look forward to being part of all the activities that go on, and hopefully we can help out where we can.
And we're gonna get together for a picture, flag officers.
Okay, and if you guys can all scooch towards the podium. Okay, scooch in too, I'll take you guys toward the front. We can all scooch in, stand in the front.
Okay.
Oh, you, you're kidding. That's a road, you're good.
Real captain.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and you boys have to smile. All right. 1, 2, 3. Smile bigger, boys. Okie doke. That's good, thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, John Caldwell, could you please come up and introduce your guest? Talk about this.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say. Actually, she was my Commodore last year at SCYA. So that makes her a junior staff Commodore this year for those keeping track. But I got dressed nice because they said I got to introduce her. So there you go. I'm not running for anything ever again. But it is my great pleasure to introduce Andy Banks. I even wrote it down because I didn't want to mess up this time. Ann is not just an experienced boat owner and passionate sailor, she's a true leader of the boating community. With a lifelong love of the sea, Ann has dedicated herself to the betterment of the boating experience for all in Dana Point, where she currently holds the position of president of the Dana Point Boat Owners Association, advocating for the interests and concerns of boaters in the area. Ann's commitment to boating goes beyond her role as the Dana Point Boaters Association. She's also a staff commodore of Dana Point Yacht Club, demonstrating her unwavering dedication to fostering camaraderie and excellence in boating. Her journey through the boating world has seen her rise through the ranks of the Southern California Yachting Association, starting as chair of the membership seminar. Ann's dedication and leadership qualities shone brightly, leading her to advance to the position of director. Her journey continued as she climbed the ranks, currently holding the position of SCYA Junior Staff Commodore, a role that I'm looking forward to myself very soon. About 2.5 months, I think.
We're not counting.
We're not counting. No, don't ask me days. In recognition of her outstanding contributions, Ann was appointed as the director of the Recreational Boat Owners of California in 2020, a testament to her deep commitment to the boating community's welfare. Looking ahead, Ann is set to assume the role of Vice President South in 2024, where she will undoubtedly continue to make a significant impact. Ann Eubanks is a true inspiration to all of us who share a passion for boating and the maritime lifestyle. Her dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment to the Dana Point boating community and beyond make her a remarkable individual who we are privileged to have as our speaker today. Please join me in welcoming Ann Eubanks. I had to dress up for that. You can
Take that out.
Thank you, John. That was quite the introduction. All right. So, for all you boaters in the room, how many of you all have received your registration renewal from California DMV?
Yesterday.
And how much was it this year? $20. That's right. It could have been $80, but thanks to RBOC and their advocacy efforts on part of the boaters in California, it got held to $20. And sometimes that $60 difference might not mean a lot, but most boaters have more than one vessel they registered when you take in your dinghy or your jet ski, your main boat. So it can add up. So we were very pleased that happened this year. We were able to hold it back. I'm sure in 2 years we'll have this same fight, but it was a culmination of boaters petitioning their state legislators, Boat US helping, and RBOC in Sacramento. So we felt like that was a big accomplishment. Wow. Okay, so for 55 years, Recreational Boaters of California has been the boating community's voice in Sacramento and beyond. We work to protect boaters' interests before state legislature and regulatory branches. So recreational boating is a big business in California. California, the boating industry has over 41,000 jobs in California and over 2,800 businesses in California. Annual retail sales of new boats, engines, and marine accessories in California alone, $718 million. U.S. boating is a net exporter at $1.3 billion of annual boat exports. The annual economic impact in California alone from the boating industry is $13 billion. So 95% of boats in the U.S. sold in the U.S. are made in the U.S. 62% of boat owners have an annual household income of $100,000 or less. 84% of U.S. boat manufacturers are small businesses, and 95% of boats in the U.S. are towable boats under 26 feet. So it's quite the moneymaker in California. So, Recreational Boaters of California has been protecting your boating interests since 1968. They're a non-profit advocacy organization that works to protect and enhance the interests of the state's recreational boaters before state and local government. RBOC engages in advocacy efforts on legislation and regulation, supporting proposals that would enhance recreational boating, and opposing proposals that would have a detriment to the state's 3 million boating enthusiasts. The organization's advocacy efforts includes testimony in public hearings, meetings with elected officials, preparation of amendments to alleviate potential problems with specific bills, as well as the sponsorship of proactive legislation to benefit the recreational boater. One of our advocacy groups that we work closely with is Boat US. I know you all are all familiar with Boat US. So, Recreational Boaters of California was founded by SCYA in the south and its sister part in the north, the PICYA. So SCYA appoints 9 of the directors to RBOC, and PICYA appoints 9 directors. If RBOC did not exist, access to recreational boating on California's coast, the Delta area, and lakes could be restricted. Boater fees and taxes would have been increased without your knowledge. Boater-generated funds would have been regularly rated for non-boating programs. Vessel operator certification would have been funded by DMV rather than the Division of Boating and Waterways. And copper-based bottom paints would be banned without viable substitutes being available. So we've talked about the boater registration fee. They actually tried to do this 2 years ago where they were going to increase it from $20 to $60. This year it was $20 to $80, and next year, like I said, we'll be fighting that again. Abandoned and derelict commercial vessels. RBOC has communicated with the author of the bill and proponents to our interest in ensuring that funding provisions for AB 748 are identified. So this program does not impinge upon or create budget pressures on the SAVE program in DBW. So the SAVE program is for recreational boats, boats that are abandoned or somebody can't afford it anymore, it's not in good shape, they could turn it in. But we don't want those SAVE funds used for commercial boats that might be dumped offshore somewhere. So, copper-based anti-fouling paints has been an issue for years. Various water boards adopt regulations impacting the ability of boaters to utilize effective anti-fouling paints containing copper without conducting the site-specific studies that would provide data that pertains to the impacted water bodies. Boating in the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. I know we're not in the Delta area, but the tunnel that they're trying to build up there, RBOC has been advocating against because it would limit boat traffic up there. And then the Office of Sustainable Outdoor Recreation. The governor has proposed a 30-30 initiative where 30% of the California lands and waterways should be used for recreational purposes. RBOC is not against this, we just don't want boater funds to be used for these programs. And some of you over the past few years actually saw an increase in your personal property tax on your boat. When COVID hit, boat values increased rather than decreased, and there were increases in personal property tax. We are going to put a toolkit together in case people ever wanna challenge their personal property tax bill. It'll give you steps on how you can do that if you think your boat is overvalued and you're paying too high in taxes. So, we'll watch for that to come out next year. So, what can you do as a boater? So join RBOC in contacting state legislators regarding these and other issues. When there's a big issue at stake, we will send out a call to action. We send it out to all the yacht clubs and every boater on our mailing list. So if you get a call to action, make sure you act and respond. That's how we got the boater registration fee held at $20. So sign up at rboc.org to receive email updates and the calls to action. Work with your local agencies to keep new regulations reasonable and fair. I know probably a lot of you know what's going on in Dana Point. The Dana Point Boaters Association is fighting against some really large slip increases, and I think up here in Alamitos Bay and Shoreline, you're seeing a lot of boaters from Dana Point moving their boats up here. Over 300 boats have left, and we're trying to keep slip rates fair, but we don't want this going into other marinas. So really pay attention to what's happening in your local area, and if you see things that aren't right, get a group together and start fighting it. I know Seal Beach and Long Beach do a really good job with their advocacy efforts. Some of the things that you all did on the park, was it paid parking or something like that recently? So it sounds like you all have got really good advocacy groups, so make sure you keep those intact. And then lastly, join Friends of RBOC and donate to support this important effort. We really appreciate that you're doing this 50-50 raffle and donating some money to RBOC. Your money's used wisely, so thank you, Seal Beach Yacht Club.
Thank you, Ann. Chrissy's gonna come up and have Ann pull the winning number for 50-50 raffle.
I want to thank everybody for your donations today. As you see, RBOC is a great organization and it's worth the donation that you made today. So we collected 270, of which the winner will get $135 US. And the lotto tomorrow is really big, so I would suggest spending $2 of your dollars and buy a lotto ticket.
Hey, Ann, I'll match that 270.
Thank you, John.
Oh, let's make it 5.
Thank you.
Well, I still only have 135 to give away tonight, so here we go.
That's right. Don't listen to that.
Thank you, John. All right, Ann, pick the winner for us.
Okay, we're gonna dig deep down here.
That's mine.
There you go.
Let's see. Our ticket number is 597632. Fantastic! I told you you were gonna be. Thank you so much for your donations. Appreciate it. All right, can I do a dance shake there? Thank you so much. There you go. Thanks a lot.
Okay, fantastic. And thank you very much for coming and giving us all of that information.
You're welcome.
To the kids that are here, there was a lot of letters and a lot of numbers. So hopefully you were able to keep up with all of that and just go, okay, I know those letters from school and all that. So I just want to talk directly to the new members. What we're doing, thank you for joining us. We are now trying to really concentrate to be sure that you all are as welcome as you can be into this club. It is our commitment. Everybody in the room, we've now assigned their name badges, not only that says the year on there that they joined, but also there's a blue dot on there so that you can notice from across the room, and every single person, please go up to these members, welcome them, invite them to sit at your tables, because we want them to drink the Kool-Aid just like you all did. Cindy, do you wanna come up and talk to us, about Seabells? Do you have anything to say? Explain what the Seabells are for new members.
The Seagulls are the group of the women in the yacht club, and you're automatically joined in as soon as you join the yacht club, you're a member. And we sponsor certain events during the year, and we have a luncheon every month. Like, I think a couple times we talked about it tonight, it's gonna be at Commodore Laura's house this week, on October 11th. And so we invite all the women to come to that. We're having a potluck, respond to Alita. There's a flyer on the table that gives you the information of who to call and RSVP. And I'm going to let Andrea say something.
First of all, welcome to all the new members. And the Seabells sponsor a blood drive 4 times a year, and the most recent one was September 13th. And it was wildly successful. And I want to thank everybody who participated. We had 41 people signed up, and we collected 41 units of blood. Yay!
Okay, and next, can we please have our Vice Commodore Sally Cohen, who's gonna tell us a couple of things happening what's happening in our clubhouse.
Thank you,
Sally.
Commodore Laura. Well, I'll tell you that it's wonderful having our new stove. And now we have ovens. You set the temperature, my gosh, the food is cooking at that temperature. So, big, and thank you to the board too for approving this expenditure, because it was really needed by the club. It's gonna benefit not only our hospitality staff who cooks all those dinners and everything else, but our own members who do a lot of the cooking. So, we're on to needing to get it's called a fire safety hood for the stove, because our the people that we rent from, their insurance company came by and said, well, we'll just look at the club and see what we need to do. So we're gonna do that. The Facility Development Committee has approved looking into it, and they've asked me to get 3 bids. And then this goes on to the Board of Directors for approval for the expenditure. And then, hopefully, we'll have not only fire safety, but we'll have a way to ventilate some of the stuff out of the kitchen, which often travels into the cantina. So, we're gonna have a good time down there and have a little less, all the, fumes and everything else that comes out of the kitchen, which is unavoidable. So, I'm looking forward to getting that in. Okay, the next, just a couple things. I wanna remind everyone to please register online, sign up for our events, especially where we have food, because we really, really need to know how many people are coming, because lots of times, if we only have 1 or 2 people, and then we get maybe 50 that show up, or sometimes 20. So we wanna have everyone sign up, so look at Scuttlebutt every single week, and don't forget to check all the events. Okay, I want to thank Maggie Ryan, would you stand up please, for doing all of our front windows and putting all of the new stuff in, which advertises our club wonderfully. And thank you, Maggie, for creativity and a lot of color out there. So, wonderful. Okay, next I'm going to call up Lori Morrell. I know you're here. I saw you. Come on up. Lori does our social program for our new members. And thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Sally. Okay, so for you new members, I wanted to say it's fantastic to see you, and I'm so thrilled to see people with young children I think that's great. I think it's a great tradition passed on to the families. And I'm gonna talk a little more about doing some things for the kids here shortly. So I wanted to talk first about the importance of the parties. I mean, I know they're parties, you know, and that, but it's really something that brings us all together. It's something to look forward to. It usually makes us a little money, and I know it makes the bar money. So you know, whenever we have parties, there's definitely usually a volunteer that's really put their heart and soul into it. And I think it's great that all the people, I want to thank all of you that support the parties and come to the parties. And let's try and continue that. And we have a couple more coming up this year. And one of them I want to talk about is Christmas. So I don't have any volunteers for Christmas yet. If anybody is interested in doing a Christmas party, I'd be happy to walk you through every single step. We have a storage downstairs filled with 3 different kinds of Christmases. So we have all the decorations. I have people in line to, you know, sing, do all these things. And if you're interested in helping with the Christmas party, please contact me and I'll walk you through every step. And it's a great way to meet people. Throwing parties is a fantastic way to get to know a lot of people in the club. Speaking of Christmas, now that we have a lot of younger children and a lot of us have grandchildren and nieces and nephews and everything, I wanted to talk, first I want to talk about our Halloween party. I wanted to talk that that's kind of gets a little wild sometimes, so I wanted to talk about having a little parade, a little costume parade, a small little party for the children this year. And a lot of you don't know this, but I'm also the social committee over at my townhomes, and I throw a lot of parties for little kids. So I want to have a little costume parade. I'm going to throw it together, get a date for us, and I think that'll be great for the kids, so that they don't have to be, you know, like exposed to our wild parties. Anyways, and then Sally wants to get together a kids' Christmas, and we're gonna have Santa, cookies, some projects, make your own ornaments, things like that. So there are things for children, and anyone interested in helping me with that, please contact me again. So right now I'm gonna introduce Dan and Maria, and Jan, if you guys wanna come up to talk about your parties that are coming up this month. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Where are you, Dan? And okay, I guess it's Maria.
He's like, you're on your own. After 10 months of marriage, he's like, you're on your own, kid. Okay, so real quick, I just want to kind of promote our Oktoberfest. It's October 14th. It's $30, so we're doing the cooking ourselves. My better half is a fantastic cook, which is why I will never lose another pound of weight again in my life. So it's $30 with food if you just want to come for the entertainment portion, because we have some fantastic, authentic German dancers, and then we've got Kat Reed and the Back Alley Band. It's kind of a classic rock sort of a band, very highly recommended by Brad Dirks and Irene. Who are members of our club. So we have that, there's $20 if you just want to come for entertainment only. Our food, we have a German option food if you are team German. So we have the typical brats and sauerkraut and beer cheese with pretzels. If you are not team German with your food choices, we've got chicken, herb crusted chicken and saffron rice. So please, please, please come. We're gonna have a fantastic time. Come if you want food. If you don't want food, just come. That's all we care about. So, all right, please sign up on slbyc.com and register early. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. My name is Jan K. Spear, and I'm here to talk about Halloween. So the theme this year is going to be Haunted Castle, but we're kind of making it a hybrid. And we're bringing into it another theme, which is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. People kind of wanted to do that. So, I don't know if you know this, but the original play was done in London at the Royal Theatre, and then it turned into a movie, and then the movie took off hugely. Tim Curry was the lead. He played Frankenfurter. And
what he did was he was making a man with blonde hair and a tan up in his laboratory. So we're gonna kind of create a laboratory, and so the kind of the tagline for that, which is actually on our flyer, is so come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. And as far as costumes, you don't have to go with that theme. Wear whatever you want. You can be Bozo the Clown. We are gonna have a costume contest with prizes. And we're gonna have a little dance contest, maybe the Time Warp. So, Halloween, Saturday, October 28th, cost is only $40. And the food on the menu will be body parts. No, it's gonna be ribs and a few other little things. So sign up tomorrow. It'll be on the scuttlebutt, so please sign up. Thank you.
I just want to say, we have so many great activities, wonderful cruising program, and I too welcome all of our new members and our kids too. Thank you.
Thank you, Commodore. Thank you, Charlie. And our Rear Commodore Mardell, will you come up and let us know what's going on the water and what has happened and all that?
Thank you. So we just finished off our Avalon Golf Cruise, which is my last official cruise out of the last 2 years. It was well attended. We had over 40 people. The golfing was great. We had a little bit of rain, but that didn't stop any of the fun. We have 2 things coming up for Thanksgiving. One is the big boat. If you have questions, ask Diana Bachman. Read it in the scuttlebutt. Cabrillo has notified me they will be cooking Thanksgiving dinner again for us this year. They have not given me details about pricing, or I don't know how many slips will be available. So that will be posted soon, I hope. I will keep bugging them for details. Sailing, I sent out an email today to the boat owners. Sunday Sailors is coming up. The dates are on the email. I will get it in the scuttlebutt. We need 3 committee boats starting November 5th. Every other week on a Sunday. It's a great experience. If you have a boat, welcome new members. If you have a boat, this is an awesome thing to do. You get the front seat line on all these thrilling sail races and get to watch the start, and you're gonna be there for the finish. You'll leave the dock about 11:30. You'll return about 3 o'clock. And it's a very fun experience. Let's see, I have a very interesting Captain Splash this time. For the right, Captain Splash, he keeps us honest every month. All of us mess up, and we use it as a lessons learned.
Hi, I don't like to think of it as messing up. What I like to think of it as, well, a wise man once said, if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning anything. Well, fortunately in our club, we get to learn a lot. And sometimes it's a minor issue, and I'd say, that doesn't quite make it. But every now and then, somebody does something that crosses the line. And so we're going to call up Chris to tell us about it.
Awesome.
That's my intro. Thanks.
There you go.
So I was coming back from the Avalon Golf Tournament, 6 a.m. Sunday morning, and I saw 2 boats as I was coming out of the harbor, and one was facing me and one was facing the other direction, and they're about 100 yards apart. They were about 100 yards apart. Well, I went between them and got a tow line. And I can remember that voice in my head from when I was 8 years old, my dad teaching me how to drive a boat. He said, you ever see 2 boats near each other, don't go between them. Prop wasn't wrapped, everybody was fine. Towboat guy dropped it out, and dove in and grabbed it. No big deal, but still, it's one of those things. I've been boating almost 40 years now, and yet I still made a mistake.
Welcome to the club. Hang on a second. As Troy says, if you haven't gotten the splash award, you're not using your boat enough. And since I can't give you a splash award because you didn't get wet, the only person that got wet was the diver. But you do get the screw up award.
Thank you, Bill White, and thank you, Commodores. It's been a great year off the water.
It's been a fabulous year. Thank you, Mardell. I just want to quickly, I didn't get this before. We are going to be having on Veterans Day, November 11th. We are going to honor our veterans. If you have interest in receiving a quilt of honor, please reach out to me and I will make that arrangement for you. We have several people who are going to be honored for that. It's a quilt of valor, and it's quite an emotional ceremony, and it's our way to put this connection to be sure that you have that experience. So, this concludes the October meeting. Everybody remember to brush your tables and tip your bartender. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
And a second? We're done. Good night. Thank you, John. Do you have time?